Hi guys, so we have a classic distillation setup here for you. What does distillation do? It separates a mixture of liquids. Now these liquids have different boiling points, different temperatures in which they evaporate, and we can use that to separate them out. Yeah? So here we have the distillation apparatus, and in this flask here we have the liquid or the mixture that we want to separate out. Here we have what is called the condenser. Now through this we run cold water. So cold water comes out here. We heat our liquid. One of the liquids that has a lower boiling point will evaporate off and turn to vapour or steam, and it will travel through here, and then the cold water running through it will condense it back into a liquid and we'll collect the liquid there. So let's begin. I had it on the safety flame, as you know, and let's turn it on to the blue flame, get that nice and hot, and then let's put that under there. Over here we have the tap, so we're going to control how much water runs through there, and you've got to be careful because sometimes you can put it on too strong. So here we go. Okay. So maybe you can just see the water in there going through it, okay? Just so you can touch it to see that it's cold. That feels cold enough to me. Okay. So this may take some time, so I may cut the video to when we get this in action here. But let's make a couple of minutes. We have wine in here. We're separating out wine. Wine is a mixture of water and alcohol, ethanol. Ethanol has a boiling temperature of around 68 degrees Celsius. Yeah? Water, as you should know, has a boiling temperature of 100. So as we heat this and the temperature rises to around 68, we should start to get the ethanol vaporize or evaporate and come out here. Okay? So we get vaporized ethanol here, it will cool back down, and we should be able to collect it there. Now in the lab, this is how chemists would go about analysing how much or what the alcohol content of alcoholic drinks is. Yeah, and it's quite simple. You evaporate all the alcohol off and you see how much alcohol you've got, and you work it out as a percentage of your drink. Okay, so that's all for now. Let's see if we can get pure ethanol from this. Okay guys, it's been a couple of minutes since I had the gas on, and if you can see there's a little bit of movement in there. So this is where we need to be careful because you might get some bumping going on. But that's why we have the clamps in place to hold everything connected. The temperature is coming up to about 62 degrees Celsius. So in a minute or two's time, when that gets up to 68, 70, we should start to see, and actually you can see that we're getting a gas collect here. So this should be ethanol here, and it's going to cool down and start collecting here. And actually guys, you can see it dripping there. So I'm going to let this run until we have a good amount for us just to check and test to actually see if it's alcohol. Now, you remember in my cooking video, we got rid of the alcohol by burning it, right, setting it on fire because alcohol is flammable. This time we want to keep the alcohol. Why do we want to keep it? Analytical purposes. I want to know how much alcohol is in my wine. Another point is, it's clear. Your alcohol is clear, look at that. And your wine is red. So that's a nice point to show you that we're really separating out these liquids. Okay? Okay guys, so we've collected enough in there. So I'm now going to turn my Bunsen burner off, like so. Whoops, that's the wrong way around. Oh, and I set fire there. So that's off. Just going to double check the temperature here for you. It's gone up to 82 degrees. So the water wouldn't have evaporated, but the ethanol would have. It's evaporated and it's condensed down there. You see? Oh, we've got a lot of ethanol there. Now I'm going to turn the tap on because I'm happy that we've collected enough, and also then you can hear me better. So here we go. So we've collected the ethanol there, the pure alcohol. There are 3 checks that we can do readily to check if it is in fact alcohol. First one is to smell it. Now remember, in the lab you should never check and smell liquids like that with your nose. You should just waft it towards you and take a gentle sniff. So I can smell the alcohol there. So that's my first clue that it's alcohol. Second clue, I can drop it onto my hand like the alcohol rub, the COVID, and I can do that. And because alcohol is volatile, it has a lower evaporation point, it evaporates quite quickly and it takes the energy away from my hands. So my hand actually feels cold. That's your second check. Now the third check, of course, alcohol is flammable, so we can set it on fire just to check if it is alcohol. So we can put a tiny bit on there. Is it alcohol? Let's have a look. And don't know if you can see that. Let's just turn the light off. As you can see, it is in fact alcohol because it's burning. That's distillation, separation of liquids because they have different boiling points and you have to evaporate and condense. That's your lesson. Have a good day.